I'm Tim of Govberg, and welcome to the world of Jaeger-LeCoultre. Today, I'll be your guide to the proper usage, care, and maintenance of your Jaeger-LeCoultre Master Ultra-Thin Small Seconds. Now, it's important to note this is an automatic winding timepiece. Via the caseback winding mass, it energizes itself on the wrist. However, should you wish to wind the watch from a stop or fully energize its 43-hour power reserve, take the crown in the first position flush to the case and begin turning it 20 to 30 turns in the clockwise direction. Now you'll know the watch is running because the seconds hand will begin to advance. At this point you can set the time, put the watch on the wrist, and it will continue to wind itself via the natural course of kinetic action on the wrist. However, you can wind the watch entirely up to its maximum reserve with no hazard of overwinding, since the bridle style mainspring is designed to slip and relieve any excess strain. So simply continue turning in a clockwise direction until you hear a light tick or click. That's the bridle slipping. It's your cue that the watch is fully wound. Now at this point you can use the stop seconds or hacking function to synchronize to a reference time. Pull the crown out, you'll feel the détente and you'll hear it. Now you can see that the seconds hand has halted, the balance has ceased to beat. Now you can synchronize to a reference time, the best being an online atomic clock. Advance to the correct hour, it's best to stop the seconds hand precisely at the index at 60 seconds, and then advance the minute hand to the next nearest minute relative to your reference time. When the reference time catches up precisely to the minute and second that you've set, push the crown back in. The balance continues beating, the seconds hand advances, now you've synchronized your watch. The timepiece features a double deployant stainless steel clasp, and it is important to note that it's looped to the opposite side of the strap to ensure against droppage when donning or removing at bedside, but it also has a secret quick release. You can push the tab, as seen, to immediately release the clasp from the strap for strap swapping or for deeper cleaning of the clasp. Now there are three primary hazard areas with respect to the care and handling of your watch: water, magnetism, and shock. Now water is ubiquitous and insidious. Once inside the case, it can cause immense cosmetic damage to movement and dial, as well as profound and irreversible mechanical damage to the caliber itself. The watch is rated to 50 meters or 5 bar, as you can see from the caseback stamp, that being a static test depth, ensuring the watch is secure against rain, splashes, or surface bathing, but not for diving or intense submerged activity. It should be remembered too that the strap, leather, a natural porous material, is never water resistant and will degrade rapidly in the presence of moisture. Therefore, plan appropriately if you know your watch is going to get wet, and prepare to substitute a textile or a rubber or a bracelet option for the strap itself. Now, it's also important to remember that you can help avoid accidental drowning by keeping the crown in its first position flush to the case, and avoid using any of its functions, setting stop seconds or winding, when the watch is submerged or simply when there is water on the case, as attempting to use the crown functions can bypass the case seals and introduce watch to the interior of the timepiece to catastrophic consequences. Finally, water resistance, unlike mechanical specification, is not a static feature of your watch, and over time, as seals age and lubricants degrade, your watch will be relatively less water resistant. Therefore, Jaeger-LeCoultre recommends minimally every 12 to 24 months having the watch water tested at an authorized service center to ensure that factory-rated water resistance is still retained. Now, magnetism is unseen, but it can have dramatic influence on the chronometric performance of your timepiece. Magnetism alters the state of the ferrous hairspring at the center of your watch's balance, its heartbeat. Magnets in the closures of purses and wallets, refrigerator doors, high-powered wiring looms, speakers, subwoofers, and MRI equipment can cause your watch to keep erratic time, running very slow, very fast, or those two alternately. If you suspect, due to poor timekeeping, that your watch may have become magnetized, take it to a Jaeger-LeCoultre authorized service center where specialized equipment is available to quickly and easily demagnetize your timepiece. Shock, however, and concussion can cause more permanent damage to your watch. Therefore, Jaeger-LeCoultre recommends disuse of the watch, to protect its movement during activities including mountain bike, ATV, and snowmobile riding, tennis, batting, golf, or firearms marksmanship, as all of these cause sufficient violent concussion to damage the movement. Ultimately, every fine mechanical watch requires a comprehensive service to restore cosmetic finish, water resistance, and chronometric performance. It's best to have the watch tested at an authorized center every year when the watch goes in for its water test, and if service is necessary, service exclusively with Jaeger-LeCoultre factory service centers or the factory itself, as these agencies solely have access to the trained personnel, specialized tools and equipment, and original factory replacement parts to protect the integrity of your watch as both an instrument and as an investment. Moreover, only these agencies are able to back all parts and labor invested with a Jaeger-LeCoultre factory service warranty. Finally, visit our website at govbergwatches.com and call, text, or email our experts who will be happy to walk you through every phase of the usage and care of this or any Jaeger-LeCoultre fine timepiece.